Ready to get period number 2 underway. 15 minutes up on the scoreboard as we have a 1-1 game between Colorado and Outkast here. Both teams looking for their first victory in the round-robin portion of the tournament. Gross to take the draw here for Outkast, going up against Trogue for Colorado. Get the whistle, and we are underway as it's one back now with Nunez to control it for Outkast. Nunez looking from the near side. Long pass there, actually shot from even beyond the center line. Costi able to stop it though. Chance for a 2-on-1 here, fired wide of the net, even a 3-on-1, but Trogue taking the shot. It'll be Hausman now from the near side. Hausman stripped away by Nunez. He'll carry up the near side for Crimmins. Quickly across, intended for Gross. It'll be Amonkolov to intercept and send down to the corner. Battle going on there with Tara Nunez in. It's Hausman coming away with the ball. Hausman looking for the front, rolling ball coming through, and finally cleared out of harm's way by Nunez momentarily, but quickly put it back in by Trogue. Gross intercepts. We get a whistle. Free hit coming here for Outkast. As we're just under a minute to go, a minute into this second period. Matt Nunez tapping this one off for Alex Gross. And Gross from the near side back for Nunez. Nunez back to Gross at the near side. Gross coming along right underneath us. He'll send it back up for Nunez at the far side. Nunez long pass down. It'll be picked up now by Lang off the end boards. Lang, far side, sends ahead for Hedlund, and Hedlund will carry out for Colorado back into the Outkast end. Fired wide of the net, rebound off the end boards, a big one leaving left out there. Amonkolov still digging at it, and finally it's going to be Howard to cover up. Howard now rolls on ahead for Gross, tapping back for Nunez. Nunez back to Gross at the near side. Gross looking off the boards, gets it on for Crimmins, and it'll be Crimmins turning and shooting. Rebound left in front, and cleared by Hedlund as he had Trevino coming through the middle. Back at the far side now, put on across for Trogue. Trogue has his shot attempt shut down. Another try, he'll go to the far side instead for Hedlund. Hedlund looking, his shot deflected up and out of play. Should be a free hit for Colorado out of the corner. And it will be, as Amonkolov will go and pick this one up and play it from that far side. Partial change on here for both squads. Hedlund now to take the draw. Tries to put it across, intercepted by Dry. Nicely read right there. Bouncing ball and a high stick there as it was touched by, I believe that was Carradine, and yes it was. It'll be a free hit for Outkast back in their own zone. It's Dry and Nunez there. It'll come to Nunez in the high slot of his own zone. Nunez walks right around Carradine, and he'll try to take it on through two, and does so to the far side. Tapping it back now for Rusty Dry. Dry looking on across toward the near side. On to Wasserman. Wasserman now back to Dry. Dry off to the near side and down. Nodia has to jump out of the way of that one. Pair of 16s do battle in the corner. It's going to be Lang winning out with this one as he'll send it on up the boards for Carradine. Carradine met by Dry, knocked out of play. Free hit for Colorado from the near side. It'll be Lang to take this one right underneath us here from the scorer's table, or from the broadcast booth in front of the scorer's table. As is back now for Lang. He'll look across to the far side where Hedlund will control. Hedlund with the long pass on down to Carradine. Back to Lang. Lang holding, looking. Now he'll take it back out towards center. Lang from the near side off the boards, down to Carradine. Carradine with Dry all over him, sends it behind him, then he'll go far side where Wasserman will intercept for Outkast. Wasserman's got Nunez behind him to help out. Intercepted there, brought back in with a chance of scoring. That is Marshall for Colorado to make this a 2-1 game. Wasserman trying to do too much himself on that far side there. Had Nunez open back behind him, tried to take it himself, instead had it stripped away and walked in for a fairly easy goal for Colorado. And so that is a 2-1 score. Wasserman, Ekman, and Nunez are forwards for Outkast. It's going to be Hausman, Trogue, and Amonkolov for Colorado. Trogue to walk this one in. His shot deflected by Nunez off to the far side. That's Tara Nunez back on defense here for Outkast. Off to the near side, it's Trogue up with it, switching places with Hausman. Dry intercept, sends it around to the far side where Tara Nunez will get to it first, chipping up the boards for Trevino on across for Wasserman. Back to Trevino on the give and go to the far side. Ekman's coming in back door, trying to feed across to him. Broken up though, and it'll be Amonkolov back the other way for Colorado. Amonkolov at the far side into the offensive zone. Nice play there by Wasserman, reaching back to break the play up. 3-on-4 here for Outkast, and they will reset back in their own zone with Tara Nunez, long pass from the near side for Rusty Dry. Dry right underneath us, he'll take it back into his own corner. Now at the near side. Pass ahead, broken up by Hausman. It's a 3-on-1 here for Colorado. Hausman's shot rings off the outside of the cage. And it will be a free hit for Outkast at the near side. Nunez and Dry on defense, Gross, Ekman, and Trevino up front. Meanwhile, for Colorado, it's their forwards are going to be Trog, Amonkolov, and Hausman. Back on defense, it is Ongerstig and Trent Kling. At the near side now, this one is held by Dry. He'll feed it back now behind the net for Nunez. Matt Nunez now looking, surveying the situation in front of him. Plays this one up and out, and again, you can hear his reaction on that one as he sent it up and over the boards. Free hit to come here for Colorado. A couple of errant passes for him early on that have drawn his ire as we'll get the free hit at the far side. Ongerstig to Hausman. Hausman back to Ongerstig at the far side. Ongerstig looking toward the front. It'll bounce on net where it's scooped up by Howard. He'll hold up. Long pass now on the bounce out to Gross. Or excuse me, that is Ekman at the near side. Ekman now back over for Nunez and back to Dry. Dry from the near side looking on ahead. Gets it on for Ekman. Ekman looking. Shot. Save. Rebound is swallowed up by Costi as he had Trevino right in front. Costi's going to have to send this one long and does so on the bounce. Nunez back to get it. Chipping up and out of play, and again, exact same reaction from him as it's chipped cleanly over the boards. 9:30 to play, 2-1 Colorado on top thus far with a free hit at the far side. And it's actually going to be a free hit for Outkast here instead, with Tara Nunez playing it back to Matt Nunez. Matt Nunez off to the near side, gets it on for Ekman. Ekman right underneath us as he will walk this one back into his own half of the floor. Hit up in the air, finally knocked free. It's Marshall now with it. Marshall has the goal of record so far in this one. Tried to get it across for Kling, deflected wide, and it'll be Tara Nunez to play behind the net for Matt Nunez. Nunez with this one, fakes to the far, back to the near side. He's got Ekman ahead of him. He'll now just have to put the brakes on. Advantage call given here as Nunez now to control. He'll back it up and play it on up for Ekman. Ekman now back into his own end of the floor. Tries to put a long pass ahead, does so to Gross. Quickly on across for Trevino, has it bounce off his stick, and it'll be Marshall up with it. Marshall now, far side, walks in, shot goes wide of the net. Down to the near side corner, played back around off to the end board, chance in front, broken up, and will roll back again for Marshall. Marshall now looking from the far side, puts it across the front, gets it to Lang. Lang has to kick it head to his stick, now plays back for Hedlund at center. Hedlund now walking in, his shot attempt is blocked, and he'll come back to the near side. It is Ekman up with it. Ekman right underneath us, puts the brakes on at the near side. Cross court pass goes over to Crimmins. Crimmins now, tough angle shot, will go wide, and will come down near side for Gross. Alex Gross back up out of reach of Ekman. It'll come to Nunez at the near side. This is Matt Nunez circling on towards center. He'll take it far side, shot deflected, up and out of play. Free hit to come here for Outkast at the far side. Starting to lose my voice a little bit here as we're down to 8 minutes to play here in the second period. 2-1. Colorado still leads Outkast. Off the restart, Crimmins with a chance in front, hit off of Lang, and he's able to get to it before it ends up in his net. Back the other way now, Colorado comes. Chance here is rolling out is Howard, able to get to that bouncing ball. Sent on towards center, it's Hausman off to the near side, out of reach of Ekman, sent ahead for Trog. Trog loses out to Gross, Trog back with it for a moment, and he'll regain at center. Trying to work his way through, he'll take it off to the far side where it will be thrown across and down to the near side corner by Amonkolov. Back on it now, Hausman. Off the boards and off to the near side. Trog across to the far side. Hedlund turning, shooting, goes trickling through the crease and out to the near side corner. This is Nunez now with it. Hausman all over him as he's finally able to work this free and off to the near side. We get a whistle as Trog touches up. It's going to be a free hit to come here for Outkast. 7 minutes to play here in period number 2. A 2-1 score still up on the scoreboard. Dry to take this one, tapping ahead for Nunez. Nunez looking, his pass broken up by Trog, up and out of play. We'll do it again, same players, same spot, as we Nunez to get the ball at the near side half boards. 6:44 remaining here in the period, and we'll finally get this one put back into play from the near side. Nunez taps back for Dry, and he'll take it to the far side with a long pass to Crimmins. At the center line, Crimmins now to carry ahead and plays it down far side corner. Back behind the net is Hedlund, who will scoop this one up and skate and carry it off to the far side. Hedlund now on to Amonkolov. Amonkolov trying to come in around Dry. He'll force it down to the corner. Amonkolov maintaining possession. Dry all over him is now to Amonkolov behind the net. Amonkolov to the near side for Hausman, looking long side and puts it wide. Over to the far side now. This is going to be Dry and Trog doing battle. Dry away with it for a moment. Now back to Nunez as the safety valve at the near side. Played now. This is Hausman intercepting and pushing it down to the corner. She's got Trog in front, trying to feed it there, and puts it just wide. Putting a shot just away from Rusty Dry. It'll come back now for Lang. near side. Lang walking this one down along the end boards and behind. Lang to the far side, his pass attempt broken up, and finally it is Rusty Dry away with it for Outkast. Dry at the near side, up for Wasserman. Wasserman turning, putting on the brakes and looking back over to Nunez at the far side. Outkast not giving the defense a whole lot of forward help. That shot attempt by Trogue off the turnover is put wide. Finally, it's Dry with it. And he'll have to force up the near side and against Carradine to take it away. Colorado applying a lot of pressure and keeping this ball down in the Outkast offense and the Outkast defensive end. We get a whistle. Free hit coming here for Colorado out of the near side corner with Carradine to take it. Dry defending him. Put toward the front. One-timer by Marshall goes wide, looking for the hat trick, not able to find it. 5 on the clock here as we're down to 5 minutes to play in the second half of play. Free hit far side here as it'll be Dry and Tara Nunez out there. Tap back behind, it's going to be Dry swinging it back around to Nunez at the far side corner. Carradine's there to apply the pressure. Tapped off and out of play. Did not hit Carradine. It'll be a free hit now for Colorado from that far side. Carradine to take this one. He's got Marshall there out on the floor with him at the near side. Kling in the slot there as well, and now it's Esther Angerstig, the defender, to come down to help out. Put toward the front, nothing doing. Now it'll come back out to Trent Kling. His shot attempt blocked. Rebound is picked up and played ahead here by Gross and down to Trevino at the near side. Then Trevino's attempt is broken away. And back the other way, this is going to be brought by Angerstig. Her pass taken away by Crimmins out at center. A pair of number 7s going at it there. Crimmins taps down to Trevino. He fires wide on the long side. Down to the far side, Trent Kling's pass broken up there by Crimmins. Crimmins toward the front, trying to find Trevino and unable to get it there as it'll be Gross putting one wide. Deflected there by Angerstig. Another try from the far side goes wide. Back to the near side for Trevino. His centering feed broken up and out of play. 3:50 remaining here in period number 2, and we'll get a free hit for Outkast at the near side. Setting things up off his free hit is Trevino, setting it toward the front. Unable to find Gross, though, waiting at the back door. Might have been a crease violation anyway, even if he had gotten it in. Back the other way now is Trogue with an attempt. Trogue's shot broken up there nicely by Howard, laying out at the top of the goaltender's box. Down to the near side corner now, this is Trevino to scoop up. Trevino toward the front, looking for Gross streaking in. Nothing doing, so we'll go all the way back down. Tara Nunez forces it back down to Gross at the far side. Gross now with it toward the front. Trevino looking for it, couldn't get to it though as he got tied up with Angerstig in front. Another crossing pass broken up, and it'll be now off the far side boards. Vlad Amankolov to carry this one ahead. Amankolov onto center. Backhand pass ahead for Trogue. Shot shut down. Another try. Rebound is cleared out. Couple big saves there by Howard to keep this a 2-1 game with 3 to play. Ekman walking in. Ekman putting on the brakes. He'll look to the far side. Not able to get it to Gross into Amankolov. Now 3-on-2. Up the far side. Amankolov on across for Hausman. Hausman shot score. Well executed on that 3-on-2 as it is Hausman coming in on that one. This is our second of the games. Makes it a 3-1 lead now for Colorado with 2:49 to play. And that may have just sealed up that number 5 spot for them going into the playoff round tomorrow. And we'll get a timeout called. I believe this is going to be by Outkast. 2:49 remaining here in regulation. And Colorado not happy with that timeout, as if you heard our earlier broadcast, Colorado was denied the ability to take a timeout earlier in this tournament. A couple of teams were allotted them, a couple of teams were not. It was just a little bit of miscommunication that happened there between the two teams, or between the 6 teams involved in this tournament. They'll grant them the right to the timeout right here with 2:49 remaining here in the second half of play. It is a 3-1 score. Colorado on top. We'll also be keeping an eye on everything down at the Outkast end off to our right to see if netminder Devin Howard gets pulled for the extra attacker at some point. Outkast in need of the win here to not have to face the number 3 ranked team going into the opening round of play tomorrow morning. Face off at center. It'll be Wasserman to take this one going up against Carradine. Wasserman wins this one back for Outkast. Finally able to get this one back to Dry, and it'll be Dry looking across for Nunez. Nunez at the near side, back to Dry. Dry, far side off the boards, has the spin away from Kling, does so off the far side. Turnover there, though, as Lindsey Kling intercepts, sending ahead for Carradine and up the far side. Kicked on down, Howard's going to come toward the top of his box. We get a whistle, and it'll be a free hit for Colorado out of the far side. Set up from there. This one's fake toward the front. They're going to put it more toward the middle here. It'll be Wasserman to set up in front, as it's going to be, I believe that is Marshall to take the free hit. Wasserman and Dry on the wall. Backdoor attempt. Save made. Having a yawning net. There was Lang unable to take advantage of it at that backside. Now played on up for Trevino. He will settle it at the far side boards. Trevino gets shouldered away there, as it'll be Headland. Now back the other way. Advantage call given, as Colorado will carry ahead. Broken up and back the other way. Now this will be Trevino trying to tap it back for Ekman. Instead it's going to be Headland to intercept. Headland at the far side. His pass across, broken up by Ekman, and comes back out to Marshall. Marshall now walking ahead deeper into the Outkast defensive zone. Chance there by Lindsey Kling is deflected down to the near side corner. She will track it down ahead of Nunez, playing it back for Marshall behind the net. Intercepted by Dry here for Outkast, as he will look to Nunez at the near side. Back now intended for Dry. Nunez with that little stick flip there out of frustration, as he has not had a friendly relationship with the boards so far here in this game. We've got a minute 31 to play here in this one. 3-1 the score. And a free hit to come for Colorado out of the defensive end for Outkast. Clock stopped right now as we're inside of 2 minutes. Trying to track down where that ball went. And finally, Esther Angerstig will track that one down at the far side, and we'll get the free hit from the near side corner down in the Outkast end of the court. The play back underway now as Angerstig setting up, putting it toward the front. Broken up, though, and finally cleared out, but not completely away, just out of harm's way for a moment as Trogue snipes one from the high slot. It is a 4-1 game. .123 remaining here in this one. It's a 4-1 score. Colorado really bringing it on in the final 5 minutes of this second half of play. And a very dejected-looking Outkast team comes back out to center ice with to center court with Wasserman to take the draw against Trogue. Tied up for a moment. It's Vladimonkolov with it for a moment. We're going to get a whistle and a slash. Free hit coming here for Colorado. Crimmins not exactly happy with that whistle, it appears. We'll get the free hit to come far side at center. Jenna Hausman to take this one. So send this one right on net, and it's Howard having to react very quickly to keep that one out as Angerstig was set up in front, and it's finally going to be Nunez behind the net. Nunez off to the far side for Dry. Dry sends this one on up for Crimmins. Crimmins from center toward Ekman. Ekman through traffic. Ekman shot. Score! Christopher Ekman there cuts this one back to a 4-2 game. Not done here just yet as this cuts it back to a 2-goal lead, and we still have 63 seconds left on the clock here. And once again, we'll keep an eye down at the Outkast end to see if they decide to bring out the extra attacker. We'll get the ball set there at center, and finally, it'll be Gross and Trogue on the draw. And it's dropped, the whistle blown, and we'll get play back underway. Under a minute to go as Dry goes to Crimmins, back to Nunez. Nunez misses that one as it'll come back down toward the near side corner. It's Esther Angerstig with it, and she comes away with it. Angerstig looking toward the front, met there by Dry. Ball forced back behind the net. Advantage call given here for Outkast. It'll be played to the near side for Nunez. 40 seconds to go. Down 2 goals. It's Nunez at the near side. Nunez walks this one ahead. Around to Monkolov. Nifty move right there. Nunez keeps it looking to the front as Trogue intercepting. And Nunez not happy with himself on that one. It comes back to the near side for Angerstig. She turns, she shoots. It's wide down to the far side corner. Monkolov with it. Back to Trogue. One times it wide. It'll come back toward Hausman. Instead it'll be Angerstig with it. Angerstig met there by Gross. Gross taking it away and sends it to the near side for Ekman. Ekman walking on down. 10 to play here in this one. Set back intended for Gross. Taken away by Hausman. It's a 3-on-1 chance. Hausman in from the near side shot. Dome shot is a save there by Howard's helmet. 6 seconds to play. It'll be a free hit for Colorado out of the near side corner. 4-2 our score. Colorado still on top of things. But toward the front off the free hit, it'll go through everybody to the far side. Amonkolov's attempt broken up and it'll be cleared down. Trevino with one final chance, puts it toward the net, but wide. And that'll do it for this one. 4-2 your final score. Colorado on top of Outkast. So once again, fans, we invite you to tune in at ntfa.us to see what the seedings will be for tomorrow's playoff round. Coverage will begin here in the morning, I believe at 8 a.m. if I read the schedule correctly. That's always questionable when I'm reading something, but we'll have all the coverage for you. 6 games taking place tomorrow, and we will try to have all of them covered for you. So once again, coming to you from the LZ Odom Center here in Arlington, Texas, a 4-2 final, the Colorado beating Outkast here at the North Texas Floorball Open.